Hey everyone, it's me, Fiona Jane, aka Dr. Hikaru, and I'm back with a vlog. I haven't done one in so long. I was hoping to do it from my phone, but apparently my phone doesn't really want to do video right now, so I'm trying to make this work with my glasses and a glare. Um, I guess if I kind of don't look directly at the camera, we can do this. So I've been doing okay. I've been traveling a lot for my job, and it's been a little stressful. The good news is that with Seasonique, my chronic pain has been kept pretty manageable. In terms of endometriosis, the biggest thing my doctor and I are trying to battle right now are the PMDD symptoms that just drive me insane. So as I mentioned before, the anxiety and depression are two things that really get to me. Coming out of the flu last time and the antibiotics, I was just kind of a wreck. My doctor was a little surprised I didn't have some sort of mental breakdown with all the stress, all the things happening. So I asked her during my annual review if I could get on Prozac to help with the days that I just kind of need a little stability, because I can't afford to kind of be a schizophrenic mess in my line of work or in general as a person. So she got me Prozac, she put me on Prozac, and the idea was that in the third month I would be taking it about a few weeks, or as soon as I started feeling any type of anxiety or depression coming into my period. As you know, I'm on Seasonique, so that means once every 3 months I go through my period. Usually the first month is pretty easy for me. The second month I find is a lot easier this time around, as I'm on my second three-pack. Three-pack meaning 3 months. The first time I was kind of spotting in my second month. Now that I started a new pack and I finished it, when I was on my second month I didn't have spotting, but when I hit my third month I started spotting, and I wasn't on any antibiotics at the time or anything. My health was pretty good. I was working out pretty constantly, and it was a bit of a concern. I called my nurse and they said that because my body was trying to skip yet another period, it was kind of understandable that I was spotting. I was just kind of passing some bigger clots than I was used to. So as I got into my third month, I noticed that chronic pain. I was cramping mildly, but nothing to the extreme pain where I was on tramadol. I'm not taking any pain relievers. I have not taken any in a while. Yay! But I tried to take amitriptyline because I noticed I was starting to get nauseous. That was an interesting side effect. Oh, don't go away! And I password locked this time around. Okay, sorry about that. So amitriptyline was something that we had given me before to kind of help with chronic pain. It was a slight antidepressant as well, and also to help with the nausea. This was not helping me at all. I tried taking it when I started getting severe nausea. Nausea to the point that I did not want to get out of bed at all. As I said before, amitriptyline also makes me groggy. So what I found out when I took amitriptyline was now not only was I nauseous as all hell, waking up in the morning, I was also groggy as all hell, which did not make for a fun combination. I missed a couple days of work, and when I came back to Nevada, because I was out of state, I had made an appointment with my doctor because my period hadn't started yet, and I was like, we need to do something about this nausea. It is incapacitating me. I can't work with it. I also noticed that surprisingly, anxiety wasn't so much of the problem as depression was. And depression kind of because I was sitting in bed doing nothing, but trying not to throw up, I suppose. So my PMDD symptoms were kind of really bad this time around, which was kind of to be expected. We know that we've been really good about dealing with the pain for endometriosis, but it was these emotional fluctuations that we're trying to get under control. So I started taking the Prozac when the amitriptyline wasn't working with the nausea, and I was told by my friends who have taken it before that I needed about a week for it to set in. So I started taking it as soon as the first week of my third pack, or last month. I started taking it, and I didn't really feel anything. I took it because, I did not want to go into severe anxiety or depression again. It helped. It definitely, within a week of taking it, when my PMDD symptoms were 2 weeks before my period were supposed to be the worst, I definitely felt more of a clear state of mind, but I couldn't do anything about being unmotivated. So part of depression that you deal with is being unmotivated. It's not like when you're sad. It's you just kind of don't feel. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to do things. It was a lot of effort even on Prozac to motivate myself to do kind of daily tasks and interactions with people. I felt the Prozac definitely gave me a leg up, and I was less twitchy, less anxious, less shaky, but I was still pretty unmotivated to do things, and it was just kind of will control for daily things to happen. So that was my experience this time around. My period came and went, and I am on another pack again. And so I stopped taking the Prozac when I started the new pack, and I didn't want to become dependent on Prozac. My doctor said if I felt like I needed to take it every day I could, but I really wanted it just to be kind of my help me pick up when I needed it. So we foresaw that happening during that third month, the last month of my seasonic packet. Other than that, the second round of seasonic was pretty good. We were able to keep my endo pains down. Nausea came up, so I'm on Zofran now. I feel like I'm carrying quite the pharmacy in my bag. I had actually tried over-the-counter, motion sickness, vomiting pills, and nothing worked. Zofran works, except it makes me extremely groggy. But at least I'm functional. I'm not incapacitated, so I don't like to take it if I can kind of make it go away, have a delayed start in the day. But Zofran does help. I just am groggy, like no tomorrow. Grogginess on top of being unmotivated to do things is a very challenging combination. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little schizophrenic, but then I remind myself that I'm not alone. I have endometriosis and I also have PMDD. So these are things I should not be ashamed of, and just know that I am continuing to work on it. And that's what I'm here to tell my fellow endo sisters, that hopefully it will get better. I know my endo sister Haley had another lap where they burned away a lot of the adhesions that were bothering her, and she's in remission. So I'm so happy for her. I really miss her. She's such a great girl. Thanks a lot, everybody who's been following me on my Instagram and my new friends on my Facebook, my endo sisters. When I struggle with these emotions, and thank God for Prozac, I've kind of got a little more under control. I truly hate being medicated. I wish I could be normal, but I am also smart enough to know that these things help me, and I am fighting some serious illnesses that are invisible that people just don't understand. So I enjoy not feeling suicidal and super anxious about things and nervous. My biggest thing about PMDD that just is the hardest part to fight is that emotional feeling of abandonment. The best thing I can suggest to you guys when you feel that things that shouldn't slight you just really slight you and you can't let go, and that feeling of being left behind, that feeling that just adds to your depression, is just try to surround yourself during these hard times with people that will listen, and people who are sensitive to you being very, very sensitive. I've been very fortunate that my friend in St. Louis, Melanie, is one of the most supportive ladies I've ever met. She also has had her own battles with anxiety and GERD and IBS. Surprisingly, these two stomach syndromes, these two stomach illnesses are very symptomatic like endometriosis. So we kind of have a laugh talking about how we were diagnosed separately with our specific disorders. And she's been just amazing in helping me kind of benchmark my stability, I guess you can say. My other good friend Dwight is just, I just have a lot of amazing people who, when I'm getting all emotional in a good way, in a good way. The part about PMDD that just cripples you is I've said it before, you swing really high and you swing really low, but you don't really swing high because you're just sensitive. You swing really to the depth. So if you aren't invited to a barbecue, if your friend kind of forgets your existence, or your friends are in their own world and they can't see you struggling, most of the time you just kind of, shrug it off your shoulder. But when I'm in PMDD, everything is just magnified so much more to where I just get, it's like really insecure. And it's just hurtful. Things that aren't meant to be in any way, shape, or form hurtful just become that much more because I'm just that sensitive to the world around me. And Prozac helps, but the biggest thing that has helped me is able to find people to talk my way through it. Because if you hold it in, you will just go down a very, very dark path. And when you're already unmotivated to do things, and when it's already hard for you to talk about things, having someone around you that you know is going to listen and be there for you and kind of be a beacon for light when you feel you're really dark is one of the best things that you can have. So I'm like super emotional because I'm like super thankful for the friends I have and the people that just keep me from sinking, because I just feel I'm better in a lot of ways. Ah! But I still have these cycles that I'm trying to work through. And ooh, I need a second. And it just, it's hard because you weren't always like this. It's hard because you don't want to feel like a crybaby or just a weakling, but you really aren't any of these things. We just need a little more hand holding when we get really emotional. I'm lucky, like I said, I'm not dealing with the pain as much anymore, and I was dealing with nausea, but we've kind of got that under control. So I'm doing better. I'm hoping that this next round of seasoning and working with my doctor very closely on my emotions and being on medication, and hopefully we'll find the right combination to where I don't feel like I'm just super emotional. But when you get like this, you need to be able to talk about it. And I know it's really hard and you don't want to, but you just can't hold it in. So if you need someone to talk to, I definitely understand what you're going through when you're battling endo and or PMDD. So please feel free to reach out to me on my YouTube, on my Facebook, on my Instagram. It's all under Dr. Hikaru. I'd love to hear from you. Aside from that, yeah, this is a little more all over the place, but I haven't done a vlog in a while. I'm going to get, hopefully, a better video camera, but I'm just kind of using my MacBook, my older MacBook Pro right now, and my iPhone didn't want to work with me in terms of videoing. I don't know why. But I'm going to upload this, and thanks so much for listening. Thanks for your support, everybody. I'm thinking about you, and I just want you to know that you are definitely not alone. You are not crazy. I have some friends who think they might be going through some endo-related problems right now, and the biggest thing you can do, although it's always great to find a doctor, is trust yourself and trust that you are not crazy and it's not all in your head, because it really isn't. And don't listen to the negativity around people who don't get it. You'll find people who understand you and who can give you that support you need. And my glasses are a little crooked. I think I stepped on them on accident at one point. But yeah, so I hope you're all doing well. Sorry I got a little emotional at the end. I'm just really, really super thankful and happy for the people who have been there for me and kept me from really sinking low into the dark side, because it's a very scary thing when you know that you're just not okay and you're battling things you normally wouldn't have to battle. So you guys have a great day. I'll try to be a little more consistent with my videos. I do some videos on some happier things and other things that are going on in my life. So thanks again, guys. Take care. Bye.